Good evening and welcome to the Nip and a Half Fantasy Football Podcast from Fantasy Football Hub. Hope everyone is doing well. As you can see, we have a new face. Well, not a new face, a returning face. You've still got Paul's name underneath there, so
can I have his rank?
You can have his rank. You're better looking at him as well, which helps me. You look more youthful than Paul on a bad day, and you're definitely better suntan than Paul as well. But as everyone can see, welcome to Ian. Thank you so much. Paul has been called away with a bit of an emergency at work, so we're a bit stuck. So I just threw out the SOS to Ian, who duly obliged. So thank you so much for joining us, Ian. Really glad to get a pod up this evening, and great to have you back on.
Well, thanks very much, Fergi. Good to be back. Welcome along, everybody. See if I can do Paul some justice in his working overtime.
Indeed. Well, as you're the guest, mate, where do you want to start? Which game do you fancy having a chat about first?
None of them, really, but there you go.
Well, one of those seasons.
Yeah, it's been okay, but nothing spectacular. Seemed to be one step forward, 1.5 back.
Yeah.
Nothing really. Well, let's start with FPL then, because I watched your show where Rich Clark was saying that he'd had a good season through playing his chips well.
He did.
Mine have been a complete disaster, which means that I'm not doing as well as I could be, to be fair.
How is your season going? What's the sort of story of the season so far?
Yeah, so 400k rank, just outside the top 400k.
Oh, that's all right. Bloody hell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 1 million, so yeah. Well, and Paul's 900k, so.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so triple captain fail. I had Haaland in his game against Leeds rather than one against Sunderland or West Ham. Yeah. Bench boost, I think I got 11.
Okay.
And I free hitted in Gameweek 19 and did badly against the field.
Okay, all right, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. The free hit in 19 was an interesting one because a lot of the sort of existing picks did pretty well. A lot of the puds did do well,
yeah.
Did they? So,
yeah. But yeah, 400k this week. What have I scored this week? 44.
Nice.
So far.
That's decent.
What have I got? Sanchez in goal. Gabriel, Timber, Van Dijk. I've got Goodmanson coming off the bench for Stack. Enzo, Foden, Rice, Ekatike, Thiago, and Haaland captain.
Not bad then. Above average. Above average. Does that 44 include your Goodmanson points or
no, I don't think it does yet. Let's have a quick look.
That's decent then. You've had a good week.
Yeah, 44 with Goodmanson to come.
Nice. Very good. I scored 40. What did I do? Did I save a transfer this week? No, I didn't. I had 2 free transfers where I finally brought in Gabriel after weeks of procrastination over him. I thought I couldn't go anymore. He rocks up with another 8-pointer. But I did bench Dorgu because I didn't expect... Well, I didn't expect him to play for one. And obviously, I didn't expect him to get a 15-pointer against Man City either. So
yeah, he was playing left wing again, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. So I'm not too disappointed because he's third on my bench. It wasn't like there was a chance of him getting on the pitch. But I've only got 40 points so far, but that's enough for a green arrow. I have got Petrovic in goal playing this evening, so I'm not hoping for much. He's done absolutely nothing all season. I say all season. I think a wild card in made in game week 10, and he's done nothing since then. So I'm firmly expecting a 1-pointer off him this evening. But it looks like it might be enough for a small green arrow. My second move was I brought in Tavernier. So I did. Who did I take out for Tavernier? I took out Cunha, who got the assist. I took out Cunha for Tavernier, which enabled an upgrade of O'Reilly to Gabriel. But I have got a few. What have I got in the bank now? I've now got 1.4 million in the bank, and my plan, I think, is to do Bruno G to Morgan Rogers. I felt incredibly fortunate yesterday. I own Rogers in Telegraph, but I don't own him in DreamTeam or FPL. He was so unlucky. That save from Pickford, I don't know if you saw it. Incredible save.
I haven't seen any football at all. We've been away for the weekend.
Of course you have. Yeah, well, it was like a 20-yard bender from Rogers going right in the top corner. As soon as he hit it, I thought, God.
I've seen a clip, yeah.
And Pickford pulled out an absolutely incredible save.
Top left corner for to Pickford's left, wasn't it?
It was. So
Yeah.
I think that I'm going to do Bruno G, who's done well for me, but his fixtures toughen up now. Bruno G to Rodgers, and then next week, then I can do Foden to Bruno. And I still got Dorgu, and all of a sudden I've gone from, because I nearly took him out this week, but I'm now thinking, actually, if he does keep that place, I'm not sure he will, but United from 24 onwards have got a lovely run of fixtures, and he might actually be a bit of a joker in the pack there. But I just can't see him maintain his place over Cunha sort of longer term. So
yeah, I took Cunha out as well. Yeah. When I saw the rumours he was going to be benched, I brought in Enzo, and that was the plan for like 2 weeks' time. So assist for assist. And I think I'm going to roll next week. And then the plan, I think, is going to be Dewsbury Hall to Bruno Fernandes and Van Dijk down to a Ronaldo or that kind of a level.
Have you got Mukiele? Mind you, he's like 4.4 now, isn't he? I think Mukiele's
I've got
in price.
In defence, I've got Gabriel, Timber, Van Dijk, Richards, and Goodmanson at the minute.
Nice. Okay, good stuff. I think next week is probably going to be like a quietish one transfer wise. There's a lot of chat around wildcard in 24 just because there's some massive fixture
I've heard
swings.
that, yeah.
There's some huge fixture swings for, I think it's Chelsea, Man United, I want to say Villa, and a couple of others as well. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think I think a week or two ago I was tempted to wildcard, but as things have panned out, got Enzo. I've held Enzo all the way through his bad run, so I've still got him, and I've got Rice as well. So that's not through design; it's just through poor play. But because I've got the template already.
Sounds like you're in a reasonable position to me.
I'm really pleased actually. I feel quite fortunate because a couple of weeks ago I was pulling the rest of my hair out with everything, but I seem to have landed on my feet a little bit. So
let's hope the good luck continues.
Indeed.
You think this Wolves Arsenal game is going to be shifted to 26?
Well, that's what Ben is saying. Is that based on last season's precedent?
Based on last season's Liverpool Villa.
Well, what do you think? You're the expert.
I think there's a fair chance we might get provisional announcement this week because they did a provisional announcement for Liverpool Villa. I think it was Tottenham who Liverpool played in the semi-final and Arsenal who Newcastle played in the semi-final. And it turned out only Liverpool v Villa was brought forward. So I think it's a fair chance. And with Wolves playing Villa in 27 on the Friday, I think there's a chance it's got to be 26 rather than 27. Or they're playing Villa on the Friday and 28, whichever way it is. So I think 26 probably on the Thursday, with Wolves Palace is already now on the Sunday, and so is the London Derby in 28. So I think 26 is probably spot on.
Well, interesting. What's it mean for you for FPL? I think the three, Gabriel, Timber,
Arsenal have
Rice,
already got.
Yeah. Interested in Mane at all?
All depends how Katiki and Thiago are going at the time, I guess.
Same.
Yeah, if one drops off, it's an easy move, isn't it? And then you can restructure elsewhere. Probably go 3-5-2 if I was going Mane, get him for the double, and then stick him on the bench, perma bench.
I think so. And obviously because he's so cheap, there's the potential to bring in Armour, or something like that. Because Chelsea's run from 24 onwards, I think for 4 or 5 game weeks is pretty insane. So
it's till they play Arsenal, isn't it? They've got three good home games, and then the other one's Wolves away. So you can get 3 Chelsea in for that run, and then dead end into 31, and then wild card afterwards. I think that's my loose plan.
Same, mate. Good stuff. How is your Telegraph season going?
Telegraph.
You played. You
played
for a few years.
Very similar.
Telegraph.
Yeah, sort of on and off. Never really gave it as much attention as it should have had until I joined the Ultimate League.
Yeah.
And now I've tried to play a bit better. I am currently just inside the top 5k, 4738. And I have 1,108 points altogether, 61 for the week.
How are you transfer-wise? You don't have to be specific. Are you sort of above average?
Definitely above average. Okay. I'd say Ooh, try and work it out. Closer to 2/3 left than a half.
Closer to 2/3 left. Really? Oh,
Yep.
nice. So you're third, you're saying, yeah, you're in a good spot, Ian. Obviously, those who know Ian from the Sky days know that Ian is he's very frugal with his transfers, and he's a master planner and strikes right at the right time. So I'm pretty sure you'll have a good finish there.
Yeah, just waiting for the opportunity in Telegraph. They're not there yet,
They're
are
not.
they? That's the
Do you know what?
problem.
It's been a funny season. I've been talking about this with Paul. I think ever since they introduced the Carabao and more transfers and changed the double game week thing around, there doesn't seem to be as much opportunity, as much really obvious 4-for-1s as there has been.
Yeah.
I know there will be soon. But every time I look at at the moment, I was looking at taking Foden out after you got thinking, oh, where's the one? But obviously they've got Wolves in the 3 o'clock next Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday coming. Yeah.
Even though there are kind of 3 or 4-for-1s, the immediate fixture, how they land, it's like 2-for-1 or 2-for-2 before there's no massive 4-for-1 shifts yet. So just trying to wait. I'm five. Yeah. I'm doing worse than you. I'm 5-6, and I've got 25 left. My team's in good shape. I'm reasonably happy with my team, but I just can't see any massive opportunities. And because they've included the Carabao, because obviously what normally happens is the Carabao final causes this shift, and there's like 4-for-1, potentially even 5-for-1 at times, and that's when you pile in. But because they're going to be playing now anyway. And because the Carabao,
the fixtures count, don't they?
Exactly that. And because up until the semi-finals anyway, no one really played a strong team in the Carabao. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it. I feel like where it was supposed to provide extra opportunities, it's actually done the opposite.
It's a bit of a dead duck, really, isn't it?
How do you feel about it? Are you feel like I'm nowhere near as kind of heavy a planner as you are. Are you kind of struggling to see where those huge opportunities are going to be, or do you think they're just still to come?
They'll come, but I think it's going to be more when we get to the FA Cup moving things around.
Okay.
And that doesn't really happen till April. So
it's like
those that have got lots left can then you might be able to get like a proper 4 or 5-for-1, and it might be Man City, by which stage they might be settled at the back.
Yeah, but it's kind of late then. For those people who are kind of languishing, 6K, 7K, looking to make their move. April is. You can maybe get up into the top 1 or 2K potentially with some well-timed moves and a bit of luck, but I think any hope of a top few hundred finish at that point coming back from then in April is going to be hard. So yeah, it's quite tough to.
Yeah, you're going to have to take your chances then, I think, and hope something sort of slots into place.
Yeah, just trying to keep my team really stable and get the important players in, while not wasting transfers, while trying to seek opportunities, and I'm just hoping beyond hope that like patience and discipline pay off, and that people are burning through transfers. That there was opportunities this weekend, last weekend. It looks like Foden now, he's in the squad flying out to Poland. I know a lot of players moved him on yesterday, and he could come and do well against Wolves. So I'm just hoping that you just got to wait until the right time and hope that the pack are just using transfers. All our rivals. I know there's some excellent players like yourself and others who have got kind of 30 plus left, who I'm not going to be able to keep up with. But just hoping that there are this massive blanket of players currently in the top 1 and 2K who are just down to 15 transfers and things. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, any tips on Telegraph, Ian, for the next sort of week or two that you can see?
I can't see much. If you want to be on the Chelsea pylon, it looks as if it's the last day of January, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
And they play, is it 31st, Sunday the 31st, I think they play?
Yeah, who are your picks from Chelsea?
So I've got a loose plan, and it's got Palmer and Enzo in.
Okay. But
it will depend on how they're going at the time.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a hold through February, and then look again.
What about Bruno?
I'm also thinking of moving Thiago on,
and
then bringing him back, because they've got Forest, then Villa, Newcastle, Arsenal, Brighton, and then they've got Burnley, which is a 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff. and they go into a decent run then. So, and I'm also eyeing up Gahey again.
Yeah, definitely 3.8 in
Looks like
for
he's
a Man
got,
City centre
yeah,
back.
yeah, which is I've got a Man City centre back at the minute. I brought in Kusanov.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I'm trying to think who I took out for him, and I can't remember. But it was somebody last Sunday when they played.
Okay.
I can't remember who it was now. But yeah, I've got him. I thought I'll keep him for those games up until the
Yeah,
League Cup semi-final again, and then move him on. And it might be a direct swap straight to Gahey now,
yeah,
whenever he loses his place.
yeah, interesting. Who do you think their first choice back four is now? It's probably
Well,
Guardiola.
you'd think it was Nunes,
Yeah,
Gvardiol, Diaz,
and
and
Gahey.
Gahey.
Probably first choice. Yeah, strong in it as
Yeah,
well. But they're all bloody injured at the moment, aren't they? So it's
I
even
saw
Nunes got the flu.
I saw something today. If you look back to City from last January, so just over a year, they have bought Donnarumma, Kusanov, Gahey, Rice, Eight Nori, so that's a keeper and a back four, Reinders and Gonzalez holding in midfield, Semenyo, Cherky, and Marmouche.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it?
And they've bought all of those in sort of 12 and a half months. They've also bought Trafford, so if he can play at left wing, they've got a decent side there.
They have indeed. What do you think about the midfield? It looks like Foden is going to be okay. He's in the squad for Bodo Glimt. It's a tough one. There's just so
It's
many
mix and
good
match now,
players.
isn't it?
It is. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be. I think it's probably a bit more prevalent when we move on to Dream Team next. But yeah, I think once Foden has got Wolves out of the way, I think I'll be moving him on.
I was one of those that moved him yesterday
Yeah.
to Rodgers.
Yeah, I had Rodgers anyway.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have done the same thing. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm sitting midfield at the minute. Semenyo, Saka, Bruno G, and Rodgers.
What are your thoughts on Bruno Fernandes?
Well, he's only going to be playing the league games, isn't he? So I think that's one that you're going to need a fixture gain on, maybe. Maybe because they're not in Europe, they might get something like a Friday and a Monday combined.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so you can sort of move in, and it could be a structure change then for somebody else, couldn't it?
Good.
Get rid of one, sort of a daisy chain on.
Saka's underwhelming. I feel in TFF.
He is. He's my current Palmer place.
Interesting. I've got.
He's been underwhelming in most formats, to be fair, hasn't he?
He has.
Expensive and not justifying the price.
But in Dream Team especially, you just know he bangs in so many like 15 pointers just from turning up sometimes without attacking return. He had one last year. I don't know if you remember. He scored a 14 pointer and didn't get an attacking return. Just from
mad,
bonus
really, isn't
points, tackles, and everything else. It was big chances created, shots on target, crazy. Yeah, I'm currently on. I've got Henderson and Lacroix. Who I'll probably move on. I've got Timber, Gabriel, Semenyo, Saka, Foden, Rodgers, Bruno G, Haaland, and Thiago. So I'm looking to get rid of Foden, Henderson, and Lacroix. Like you, I think I'll go to Gahey. But I'm just not. I'm not sure on the. I need funds to go from Henderson up to Raya. Either that, or just go like straight to someone like Roefs. But that depends.
Yeah.
If I'm going to want like Saka and Palmer or Bruno and Palmer or wherever. So it's all quite interesting, quite intricate.
It all knits together, doesn't it, in these games?
It does.
Especially different formations, different hop on and hop off points. I mean, I've got riffs. I had Henderson all season and went down to riffs. Basically, just to, I think that'll be, unless we get something like a 5-for-1 going with somebody else, I think he'll be there till the end.
But even then, like, neither Raya or Donnarumma played in the League Cup first leg, did they either? So you're not massively getting the gate. You're not sure.
And they won't play in the FA Cup either, will they? Because they tend to play the second choice keepers in that all the way through.
It feels like to me, Roefs is probably the best pick, both in terms of his points potential. He's made the most saves in the league, I think. I was looking the other day by a mile, So he gets lots of save points. They get clean sheets as well, and he plays every single game. And he's 2.6 million, I think. So
Yeah,
it looks
he is
like
very
he looks
cheap.
like you just leave him in all season. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe at the end when you get a 5-for-1 with someone, maybe. But yeah, good stuff. And how is your dream team season going?
Similar to Telegraph. Where am I? I've been yo-yoing around the top 4.5K.
Okay.
Tell me on here exactly where I am. I can't see. Oh yeah, gone to leagues. Two ticks.
Leagues, that's
I
it.
am 4636 at the minute, mate.
Okay, and how's your game week going?
What have we got this week? 49 so far. I've got Vicario in goal.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Gabriel, Hall, and Nunes at the back. So Nunes is obviously a no-show. So I've subbed him out for Frimpong.
Yeah.
In the midfield, I've got Enzo, Saka, Foden, Cherky, and Bruno G. And up front, Ekateke with Haaland captain.
I must say, I was very jealous when I saw Ian that you could get to Frimpong on the weekend. I know he didn't. Well, he scored 5 points and he's got the midweek
5
game,
points, yeah.
I gotta say, I was expecting a haul off in that Burnley game. It didn't go as expected, did it?
Far from it, from what I can gather.
Yeah.
In fact, most of the football's been pretty drab, hasn't it, for the accounts I've been reading?
It has indeed. I got 52. I made 2 transfers. I brought in Ekatike, who was equally underwhelming. And I got in Raya, which I'm really pleased with, the Raya move, because I had Henderson and I had Nunes, but I took out Nunes. I was quite lucky there. But Nunes, he seemed to be banging points in left, right, and centre. He was scoring like 12 pointers when Diaz was scoring like 7 or 8. But ever since I've owned him, which is only about 3 weeks, he's disappointed. I was looking at Man City's run. I was looking at Rico Lewis, who Pep was waxing lyrical around the FA Cup time. He scored the 2 goals and stuff. And I think his place is at risk anyway. Not sort of every game, but it felt like Lewis was going to get minutes. So I was quite fortunate that I took him out. And obviously, he hasn't got the points this week, but it enabled me to get Raya, which I was really pleased with. 8 points so far. Obviously, he's playing again this week. So I've got Raya, Timber, Gabriel. I've got Lewis Hall, who's just been absolutely insane these last few weeks. Another 10-pointer on the weekend. And then I've got Foden, Saka, and Cherky. I didn't captain Cherky last week, which the majority did. I captained Bruno G, so I lost out on, I think it was 11 points there. And I've got Gordon and Bruno G, who did nothing on the weekend. And then Haaland and Ekatike. So I'm going well. I'm 145th overall, which I'm...
Oh, wow. Well done.
Yeah, really, really happy with that. And yeah, I've got 11 players playing now midweek. I know a few have still got Henderson, and I've got a couple of single game players knocking around. So looking ahead now to the next few weeks. So I did have it up and it's gone. Let's have a look.
So we've got the next week. It's the last round of the Europeans, isn't it?
It is. What do you think, Ian, in terms of players who may get a rest there? Do you think Arsenal? Arsenal have got this Catrid who are rock bottom.
Yeah, Kairat. Yeah, and if they're through, you think there'll be a bit of a rest, but it is a home game.
Yeah.
But they've got the squad to rest everybody, haven't they? Now 2 in each position. So yes, I think there might be some Arsenal rotation, but if you look ahead to the following week in 22, they're one of the 4 teams that have got a double again.
Exactly, and this is why it's so hard to get rid of Saka, because 1, he could start that match, and 2, he's probably going to play throughout the 4 anyway, isn't he? So it's and you never. And
he could come on as a sub and do well.
He could come on as a sub and score a penalty or something. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So the other games next week are Villa against Salzburg. Chelsea go to Napoli, so that'll be quite tricky. Yeah. Liverpool at home to Karabakh, and they'll probably need a win. Yeah. Man City at home to Galatasaray could need a win. Newcastle go to PSG, so they've got a double next week of Villa and PSG, and the following week they've got a double of Liverpool and Man
Oh,
City.
blimey, that's not
So
easy.
that's tight. Forest, for anybody who's gone Forest, away to Brentford, home to Fenerbahce, and Tottenham, away to Burnley, and away to Eintracht Frankfurt. And they're probably going to need some points as well. Could have a new manager.
Nico Williams for Forest, I've noticed, is banging the points in every single week. He's been incredible. I've noticed because Lee Giles, one of my rivals, who I look out for, I had a right ding dong with him last season. He's had him in every week. Whenever I go and check Lee's team, Williams 8 points, 10 points, 6 points, 8 points. Even when they concede, he gets like 8 points or 10 points. He's won. They've got.
I had him as part of a triple up earlier in the season when they
Okay.
weren't doing quite so well.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Of course, yeah. Unreal. Yeah. Any thoughts on your move? I think with Newcastle, I think I'll definitely get rid of one, maybe two of my three Newcastle.
Well,
This week.
I've got two, and I've also got Nunes issue to look at. So I expect by default Hall will get a stay of execution, and I might do Nunes back to Timber. I did Timber to Gabriel this week. Bit of a sideways, but I definitely needed Gabriel in. And it could be Bruno G if he doesn't do anything this week. He could be a move on, and then someone like Rogers maybe for that position. I've already got Enzo, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, could be, and then keep Ekatike as well because if Liverpool need goals against Karabakh, then that could be anything.
And indeed, yeah, just having a look. I love Enzo. I held Enzo for a massive while through his really good run. I got rid of him at the right time, but I've noticed he's just started to score well again. He gets the odd 14 pointer, 15 points out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Enzo, doesn't he? Did it on the weekend? Didn't he come on as a sub or score late in the FA Cup and ends up with like a 14 pointer or something?
Penalty in the FA Cup.
That
it didn't start. Came on pens, obviously because Palmer didn't play, and gets all his points.
Yeah,
he's been on the chopping block for me several weeks, and the same in Cloud Fantasy as well. I've had him. He's been one that I've been looking to move on. There's always been something else to do, and he's kept his place, and he won't be going anywhere now.
Interesting. And Rogers, just watching him yesterday, it was a horrible watch. He's such a fantastic player. He's really matured and come into his own, haven't he? So Enzo and Rogers are two I'm looking at, I think. But then I look for
who would you make way to get there? Yeah, Newcastle boys.
I think so. I'll keep Hall because he's just scoring points anyway, and he's such amazing. But even when they don't keep a clean sheet, he's getting 6, 7, 8 pointers. So yeah. I'm really, I'm happy to hold that for a couple of weeks. So that's
he's up to 4.4 now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's my rough plan. But obviously, everyone plays midweek, and something may happen.
Yes,
there, but
yeah, like I say, I think I'll do Nunes maybe to Timber and Bruno to either probably Rogers, I think.
Yeah. Nice, good stuff. So let's have a look at the Ultimate League then. Let's have a look. Where are we? I have no idea where we both are.
Last time I looked, I was in the 30s. So
you're 44th.
44th now. 44th. Wow.
Dream Team 48th. Telegraph 41st. FPL 27th. So you captained Ekatike as well in FPL. That was you were unlucky there, given Haaland blanked earlier on in the day. So you're 44th. I'm 27th. I'm 5th in Dream Team. And then the other two are letting me down. 46th in Telegraph and 48th in FPL. And looking at Paul. Paul is 18th, 34th in Dream Team, 10th in Telegraph, and 39th in FPL. But I did notice I'm only something like 11 points behind Paul in FPL, but there's 9 place difference, which is pretty incredible, really.
Well, I've just had a quick look at that now. So my average rank is 38, and your average rank is 33. So it's only 5 places in each game, and that's 17 places in this.
It's mad, and
that's bonkers.
It is bonkers. And I also saw, because I was Paul, right? So Paul scored 32 points in FPL this season, right? Sorry, this week. Scored 32
Yeah.
points and got a green arrow in the Ultimate Mini League. I got 40 points and I got a red arrow, and I'm lower than him. How does that work? I just do not.
That's bonkers as
I
well.
don't understand it. But yeah, he's only 11 points ahead of me, and he's lots clear. So it's well, the moral of the story is it's incredibly congested. That's the moral of the story. And
and which is the game do you think the most gains will be made between now and the end?
I think FPL.
Okay.
Personally, and it's because from looking at
chip
that,
season,
it's chips, but just looking at that in terms of 11 places between I've lost it now. I've lost the there's 11 points separates so just using me and Paul as an example there. Lost it now. 11 points separates 9 places. That's crazy. That's just one goal can like sweep you massively up and down. I think that, and I can't believe I'm saying this, and fair play to FPL, because normally FPL is one where it's incredibly stagnant. I think hard to make any ground. But I think TFF and Dream Team, I think the template is incredibly strong in both, and I think it's quite hard to make significant moves. If you look at the scores this week in Dream Team, basically everyone has scored between like 45 and 55 points. It's so hard to make any moves.
I agree.
And Telegraph the same. So yeah, FPL is hopefully where it's at. And I think there'll be a handful of people wildcarding in 24. I wonder if Paul will, because he's not having a good time of it at the moment in FPL. He always wildcards early with his first wildcard. So I wonder if he will. And then obviously there's all the chips in there. So
yeah, just having a look on Telegraph as well. So I'm currently 41st.
Mm-hmm.
And if I added 50 points to my score, I would go up to 24th.
Blimey.
So that's tight as well, isn't it?
Well, the thing with Telegraph as well, it's the only game out of the 3 where your patience is definitely rewarded later down the line with your transfers. So that's a really good point, actually.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I mean, I really enjoy all the formats, to be honest. So
it's a tough old league, isn't it? Keith Ledger. Let's just run through the top 10. Scott Harris. Well done, Scott. He's flying in FPL. Scott is 10th. Gary Carter's 9th. Johnny Curry, last year's winner, is 8th. Thomas Daines in 7th. Carl Bennett in 6th. Mark Williamson in 5th. Dale Pointer 4th. Carl Weeks 3rd. Ben Park in 2nd. And then Keith Ledger is 3rd in Dream Team, 3rd in Telegraph, and 2nd in FPL. He is having an absolute storm. He's running away with it at the moment. It's going to be really hard. And he's still got a Sun Dream Team booster left to play. He's still got 12th man left to play as well. So, yeah.
So you mentioned Johnny Curry, last year's winner.
Yep.
In Cloud Fantasy this year, he's up to 2nd.
Is he 2nd in Cloud Fantasy? Goodness.
Yep.
He's I think overall in Telegraph he's 32nd as well. And knowing Johnny and how he plays, he's got all 5 teams locked between 30th and 34th or something. So I don't want to say it, but I'm sorry, Johnny. I said
he knows his onions, doesn't he?
I'll say it again. I think he's going to win it. I think he's going to win it back to back, because he's definitely going to have a lot of transfers in hand as well. So superb. Yeah, how's Cloud?
Oh, we're going really well.
Yeah, fantastic.
Great stuff by Mike Warlow to get it all the background stuff. And next year, it looks like we're going to have apps available on both Android and iOS to be able to play. So yeah, it's going from strength to strength, mate, and can't wait to get stuck into another season next year.
Superb, mate. Well done. Just for those who don't know, Ian and Mike built a brand new game after the sad demise of Sky. Built Cloudy, which is probably fair to say sort of loosely based or largely based on the Sky game, with with improvements. Just
a few tweaks.
Just want to kind of tell us about it a bit, Ian.
Yeah, so it's basically the old Sky game with one overhaul, so one wild card that happens at the same time for everybody, and it's in the October international break. You have just a team of 11 formations, 3, 4, or 5 at the back, 3, 4, or 5 in midfield, and 1, 2, or 3 up front. No team restrictions, no price changes, and we also get points for more things than goals and assists and clean sheets. You get points for shots on target, tackles, passes completed, and saves, and those tiers range between 1, 2, and 3 points. And you've got a captain every day there's a game.
Fantastic.
So there's more planning involved in this. So we've got best part of 1,000 people involved so far, and if we can get more for next year and future years, all power to the elbow. So yeah, thanks for the plug. And if you want to find me over at Cloudy Sky Fantasy Football Show, you'll get all of the details. And there's an official handle as well now, which is at Cloud Official. So type that into your search engines, and you'll find as much information as you want to go along with the game.
Fantastic stuff, mate. Yeah, and the feedback I've heard is that the game is absolutely superb. So really well done, mate. Good work to you,
cheers.
Mike. Okay, think that's it from us for this week. Obviously, we've got European matches now midweek, and then full Premier League, and then then midweek is the last group of
all the
matches.
Champions League games on Wednesday at 8 o'clock kickoff, simultaneous, and all of the Europa League games kick off Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Boom. Okay. Well, thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll be back next week. Cheers all.